Dan is single, so
you need to spice it up, bitch. She's so hot. She's so sexy. Oh my god, my dick is missing. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and today we are back with another dun dun mukbang. Woo! I'm so freaking excited today because we have a family member today. This is, wait, can I say this? My entire family watches my channel, but this is one of my favorite family members. We have been so close since we were younger. This is my cousin Daniel. He actually started his very own YouTube channel, which just makes me so happy, and it's food based. I know you guys are gonna love it. He does amazing ASMRs. He did recently just start, but you know, he came over for some tips and everyone's like, oh no, don't take her tips.
it's called Eat with Dan Dan.
Okay, no.
Oh my god, Dan Dan noodle.
Oh, have you had Dan Dan noodles? They're Chinese noodles. They're really good. Yeah, he keeps calling him Dan Dan. His name is Daniel. His Instagram handle is Eating W Daniel, and so it's his YouTube channel.
It's gonna change to Dan Dan Noodle very soon.
Okay. And then we're probably even gonna be doing a glue stick ASMR on his channel. I don't know if that's gonna be up before this, after this, or something like that. It's all gonna be linked in the description, so please go check him out because this is my beautiful cousin. I think I've talked about him. I've always been like, oh, he looks like a K-pop star. I think I talked about you in a couple of my videos. So he's finally here, and we're going to be doing the entire Chick-Fil-A menu biz. I saw some other people do this, but this time it's not just lunch, it's not just breakfast, it's literally both. I had to time it so perfectly that I got it at the end of breakfast and the beginning of lunch, and they all came around 10 minutes around from each other. So here we have the breakfast side. This is going to be two... What is that?
This one has bacon.
Oh, the bacon something biscuit, and then we have two regular chicken biscuits. They're infamous biscuits. We've got a cool wrap, which is part of lunch, and then a sausage biscuit, and then these chicken littles. We've got waffle fries, and then on the lunch menu, we have a spicy chicken sandwich, a spicy chicken deluxe sandwich, a cool chicken wrap, and a grilled chicken sandwich, and some hash browns, tots, and some, yeah. Okay, we're gonna get started.
So hungry.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Biscuit.
Oh, biscuit? Okay, can you pass him a biscuit? You just grab the biscuit, dude. Show them your beautiful hands.
Wow.
Wow, okay. I'm gonna go for, oh man, I always go for the same thing, so I'm gonna go for something different. Okay, I'll go with the biscuit. It's good. Not good. That was like napkin, and he's like, well, that's good. What's your favorite food?
Jajangmyeon?
Me too.
Really? Or black bean noodles?
That's good.
That's your favorite food?
Like, out of everything in the world.
I can eat that any day.
So that's like your last meal.
Very cool.
Yeah, very Korean of you. I think I would choose sushi. Do you like sushi? Oh my god, we're gonna do like the giant sushi. Or you're gonna do it. The salmon piece.
Sashimi?
Yeah, the giant salmon
What?
sashimi. Got it all planned. Hello, man is yours, Stephanie. So today, we are gonna resume with a crazy story time. We are gonna be talking about a love story. There's an Eminem lyric, okay? He loves Eminem. He has a song, and in that song, he literally says, Lorena said I could never leave her. She said she'd cut off my dick if I ever deceived her, right? So that's an Eminem song. Now, have you seen the movie Fight Club? Okay.
What is Fight Club?
First, oh, maybe he did see it. First rule about Fight Club, you know. Don't talk about Fight Club.
No, I think he's just too young.
How old are you?
21.
21.
What's the oldest movie you've seen?
Have you seen any black and white movies? He's like, your channel is the oldest thing I've seen.
You're the oldest person I know.
Fuck my life. You don't even watch any black and white movies?
Honey, have you watched any black and white movies?
Yeah, I'm real classy, you know? Okay, I watched one. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Oh.
This is actually so good.
Don't go. Act like I made it. I tried. And in Fight Club, the main character, well, one of the main characters, Brad Pitt, in the movie, he literally says, well, it could be worse, right? He's trying to cheer someone up, and he's like, it could be a lot worse. Someone could cut off your dick in the middle of the night while you're sleeping and throw it out of a moving car window. What do these two things have in common? Like, nobody would assume that these two things are related, yeah?
What?
But they are.
Cutting off the...
Yeah. This is a true story. They were
they're
both
talking about the same reference?
same
Oh,
reference
shit.
of Lorena Bobbit.
You did your homework today.
Okay, sorry. This is the story of Lorena and John Bobbit. This story is going to be super confusing because Lorena, they both understand the same thing. So when you ask Lorena and John about that night when the cutting of let's have a better name than
D?
the D. They'll tell you, the dumpling, okay? They'll tell you the same thing. And the thing is that it happened so quick that they didn't even realize it, which to me just sounds so batshit crazy. Imagine this, okay?
Then who didn't realize? The guy or the girl?
Boom! You know, you can start other things.
Oh, really?
You don't have to keep eating the same thing. You're like,
No,
damn. Wow. Are you an organized eater? Mm-hmm. Oh, I get sick of it, so I have to like jump around. Yeah. So.
Continue.
Oh, thank you. 감사합니다. Thank you. John would tell you that he came home one night and he fell asleep in his bedroom where he shares with Lorena, his wife, and he didn't even realize what happened. He saw Lorena came into the room, and the next thing he remembers is the sheets are pulled off, and she's running out the room. She's literally sprinting out the room, and he looks down, and there's blood everywhere. He didn't realize what truly happened until he got to the hospital, and then he was like, oh my God, my dick is missing. Could you imagine? Oh, I'm sorry. My dumplings are gone. You know, could you imagine that? And Lorena, the woman who did it, she says, I didn't realize what I had done until I got out of the house with it in my hand, got into my car, and was driving, and I realized, oh my God, I cut off his dumplings.
Where's she going?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. So this sounds crazy. This doesn't sound like a normal marriage. This doesn't sound like something that you experience. Like no one does their vows. No one has this great big wedding so that you could just have your dumpling cut off in the middle of the night later on, right? So obviously something was going on before this incident on July 23rd. Call me. Not having it today. Did you grow up eating Chick-Fil-A?
All the time.
How come we never ate at Chick-Fil-A?
I don't know.
Right?
It's always like at school too.
It's not really like a family gathering meal, you know?
But we always hung out. I was the closest to him out of all my cousins. You were the closest to me, right?
We played a lot.
How many cousins do y'all have?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot?
Like 4. Yeah. But we are the closest, okay? So, get out of here with that. Oh, free shipping linked in the description. Daniel loves the coldest water bottle. Don't you, Daniel? Give it a good,
Wow.
Wow.
Very good.
Woo.
No, really.
Drink with Dan Dan. Watch it. Like at the end of this video, everybody's like, eat with Dan Dan.
Eat with Dan.
Where's the page?
Oh my God.
Sorry.
What's even crazier about this story is that she didn't just cut it off. She threw it out her car window. So everyone wants to know, how did this happen? How did we wake up in the middle of the night? Police wakes up, hospital people wake up, and they realize that there is a dumpling on the side of the road across a convenience store. How did we get here? Okay, what happened to this day?
That's so weird.
So it all starts with Lorena. She's actually from Ecuador. And she decided that, like, when she was growing up, like, oh my God, America looks so great. They got nice food. They got Chick-Fil-A bits. And they got freedom and all these other nice things we have, you know? And so she's like, I'm going to go. So she got a student visa. She came all the way to the United States. And she started going to this community college and started working as, like, a nail salon technician. She was pretty close with her boss, who comes kind of pertinent to the story later on. These are so good. These were my favorite. So good. But I used to always do this because, like, the ratio of the bun, you know? Very important. What's your favorite sauce? Chick-fil-A sauce?
And honey mustard.
Have you done like the king crab leg with the cheese? Oh, that's good. I got ignored by Chick-fil-A. That's fucking cool. You take big bites, bro. I like it. It's good. You don't have that fear. I have that fear that I'm gonna choke and die on camera, right?
That's why I need this. No, seriously.
Good. She comes on a student visa. And I don't mean to sound cliche, but everywhere I've read, even her words and John's words, is that she was obsessed with the idea of the American dream. Like a lot of people, right? That was kind of her life goal. So she's working really hard, and she comes across John. Now, John is a Marine, so he's got a uniform, he's well respected, you know. What is more U.S. than like the freaking Marines, you know? Because you're serving America. So she sees him, and they instantly have chemistry. He's like, oh, damn, she's so innocent, she's so hot, she's so sexy. And then he's all like, oh, he's so nice, you know? Typical stuff. And they've been dating for a couple months when her student visa ran out. So she's like, holy shit, I have to go back to Ecuador because I'm not going to be finishing school. I don't really have a job that requires a visa. They're going to deport me. So then she proposes to him. She's like, hey, John, listen, we've been dating for a while. I really like you. You like me. Let's just get married. And they were super young. I think she was 20. He was like 22. So they end up getting married. And like even after, in interviews, after all of this happened, after the dumpling was cut off, you know, like they're just talking about like maybe it was too early and that was the reason that the dumpling got cut off. Sorry, that just sounded so stupid. Like, oh, that's the reason, you know?
Okay.
Do we just like the breakfast more?
I feel like, yeah. One of each.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You guys know. This is my... Look at how juicy it is. My favorite.
It's not juicy. It's just water. Water from lettuce dripping down.
Oh, really?
How juicy this chicken is.
Okay, you know what? I'm optimistic.
Good?
You know people are triggered you eat it upside down?
What do you mean?
Like that.
Oh my god, you eat upside down.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
But then they say, and then there's people saying, you're supposed to eat it upside down. Because the bottom patty usually it's soggy and wet.
What,
So
really?
if you eat it upside down, it doesn't fall apart easily.
See, I'm smart.
I didn't even know that.
I knew it. Yep, that's why I was doing it. Get together, biz. And suddenly their marriage went south, like almost immediately. Like they literally cut the cake and then they were trying to cut each other's throats. They immediately started hating each other. They have completely different reasons why, and I don't know which one to believe. You guys tell me which one you guys believe in the comments, and also you too. But she kept saying, like, he was forcing her to do it. Like he was forcing her to do it in the butt. Sorry, I'm not even kidding. And also, this is my younger cousin, and now I feel weird, okay? She said that he was forcing her to do it. He was beating her. He would strangle her. He was just all around an abusive person. On top of that, he would, like, flaunt his infidelities. Like, he would go up to her and be like, oh, yeah, like, last night, remember when I said I was working late? Well, guess what? I wasn't working late. I was working on that, you know?
Wait, say that one more time?
Like,
she was telling who?
Yeah, he was telling her. His wife, that he was cheating. He was flaunting it. And then he pretty much would, like, she allegedly said that he would be like, well, you can't do anything about it because if we divorce, you'll get deported because you have to be married for 5 years to become a U.S. citizen. Right?
Yeah.
So she really couldn't do anything about it.
Right.
So that's her reasoning. And also saying, like, he was unemployed, he had gotten discharged from the Marines, and he couldn't hold down a job. She was, like, the only breadwinner and stuff.
Okay.
Do you think you'd be offended if your future wife made more money than you?
No.
Right?
I mean, she's my wife. You know?
Her money, my money.
Yeah.
My money,
Loves
her...
it.
No. No.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, that would have been the best clickbait intro.
What?
She's my wife, and then everyone's like, oh my god, Mr. Ringabutt.
Oh my God.
But it's not.
She is my wife.
This wrap is good.
I actually like the wrap.
Yeah, the wrap is good. The sandwich is good. Damn. You can eat.
What? Oh, really?
Go check out his channel then.
I'm just kind of hungry.
That was the cutest, most innocent answer. And he says, no, this bitch is crazy. That's not the reason. I would never lay a finger on her. Yeah, sometimes sex gets a little wild, but you know what? That's what happens when you're married for a little while. You need to spice it up, biz. So he's like, but it was never abusive. I never choked her out. I never did any of these things. He said the real reason that they started fighting is because he said it was all Lorena. Everything was about the American dream. He said the amount of times that she says the words American dream on a daily basis was just driving him nuts. And when she thought the American dream, it wasn't like, oh, let's be hardworking immigrants together. It was more on like the, I want a Mercedes, I want this, I want to look like I have the American dream. I'm so nervous. And he was saying, that's totally fine. I'm not judging. Who the hell doesn't want a Mercedes? But it's the fact that she wanted it too quickly in their marriage. Like, they're still young, they're still 21, and then she's all like, I need a Mercedes. And it mainly had to do with the fact that, remember how I said her boss at the nail salon was kind of pertinent to the story? Well, her name is Jana, and she's a local businesswoman, and she's widely successful. She has a big house, she drives a new Mercedes. And she kind of took her in under her wing. Like, they constantly hung out, and I guess she was being rubbed off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that wasn't the only problem. Because he was unemployed, she was the only breadwinner. And she said that she ended up getting pregnant, and she wanted to keep the baby. But he forced her into having an abortion. Like, there was just all of these other things that just piled and piled and piled, right?
All of these sounds like a regular relationship problem, right?
Yeah. But the one thing that really just kind of like broke the... You can eat. He literally goes like this. I'm telling the story. I pause.
So interesting.
And then I start telling it, and he drops the sandwich like, really, this? Really? You still going? Are you going to talk on your channel? Are you going to start talking on your channel?
As of now, no.
No.
But maybe eventually.
Maybe it doesn't run in the family. The need to talk. So, the main thing, the thing that toppled the horse. Is that a saying? Am I just making shit up right now? Toppled the horse?
Never heard of
Pin on the haystack? I'm getting everything wrong.
What?
You know? Like the final dun. You know? Like the climax.
The climax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that comes pertinent to the story. This is about to get wild. And my cousin's right here. And now I'm like, I hope his mama don't see this. So the thing that kind of broke it all, the straw that broke the camel's back. Sorry, that's what it is. So the thing that did that was the fact that she embezzled money from her friend / boss, Jana. She stole about $7,000 from the nail salon. So her husband, John, is like, what the hell is wrong with you? This is the one person who kept employing you, you know? Like, that just always was there for you. Why would you steal this money? And she would be like, well, it's because you gamble away all of our money. Crazy fights. Jana, her boss, made her pay it back with super high interest, which probably caused more marital fights. And they decided twice that they were going to separate. They said, listen, we're not going to get a divorce, but we're going to be estranged. We're not going to be living with each other. You get your own place. We're moving out.
It's so good.
The story or the food?
Both.
Oh my god.
I never had like storytelling while I'm eating.
So you don't really watch her channel?
Yeah.
No, like while I'm eating.
Oh, like right next to you, screaming into your ear. I guess that's a new experience, yeah. They finally decide for the second time, June 23rd, they're going to separate. They decided during the day. Now, he has a friend named Robert, who's a close friend, and he said, hey, can I stay at your place for a little bit? And he's like, well, me and Lorena just decided to separate, but it should be fine. You know what? Let's go out. Let's blow some steam. We can come back. We'll sleep on the couch, right? So they go out. They get wasted. Wasted bits. Do you drink?
Not a lot though.
Moderately, right? Family-friendly
He
stuff.
drinks what? Codas.
Oh, yeah. dying. So it's like that beer commercial where they all in Korean go, you know? So he decided they're gonna go out, blow some steam. They come home wasted. Now he rolls back into bed, and they had separated. So Lorena was in bed. She's pissed off. They literally decided today we're no longer gonna be together again. So she's not in the emotionally right state of a happy woman who's like, oh, did you have fun with the boys? You know. So he rolls into bed, smelling of alcohol, and he starts a feeling her up. And so this is where the story separates. So they both agree on the entire day that it happened just like this. But what happened to Lorena is she said that she was raped by her own husband that night.
Can that happen?
Yeah. It's actually, this is the first thing that started the concept of marital rape. So people were saying, just because I said I do doesn't mean I say I do every night you want to do it, you know?
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Wow, that is really...
Especially if there's like abuse happening, like mental abuse. Especially if she doesn't even want to be in this relationship, you know?
I would hate to have that relationship.
Yeah, right?
I'd rather be single.
But then he says, like, his story kind of changed multiple times, which the public didn't like. Like, this was huge in the public perception. Like, a woman cuts off her own husband's dumpling? Like, of course people are going to be talking about it. So he kept changing his story. He went from, no, I was so sleepy, I was so drunk, I couldn't even get it up. The other side was, oh no, I was so drunk, I fell asleep. And then the other side was, we did it, but she loved it, you know? So he just kind of kept changing his story. But what did happen is Lorena said afterwards, she was so mentally unstable that she decided, I need some water. So she rushes over to the kitchen. She's pouring herself a glass of water when she sees on her kitchen counter a knife. And out of nowhere, she couldn't even feel herself. She couldn't even think about what she was doing. She grabs the knife, goes into the room, takes off the sheets, and whoop-bam! Chops off the dumpling. That's what she said happened.
What?
And then she proceeds to take the knife and then the dumpling in the other hand and run out the door. Okay?
That's disgusting.
Tell me about it. And then she runs to her car. And this is the part that a lot of people find funny. They just want to know the logistics. Because you know how you have to open your car door? Did you put the knife with the dumpling and go like this? Or did you put the dumpling with the knife? Like, it's just weird to imagine someone just holding a dumpling and running around town.
But also...
Yeah. What?
I'm just imagining how sharp that knife is.
Ah.
Like, you know, it's not something you just...
It's harder than you think, right?
Right, like, it's not something... I mean, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes even you try to cut some broccoli, it takes
But you
some
think?
effort.
Because I heard you can bite off your finger with, like, the force of biting off a carrot. No?
Okay, you know what? We don't need to find out. Let's continue the story.
Yeah, so she grabs the knife, she grabs the dumpling, and she starts driving over to Jana's house. Her one friend, her boss that she embezzled money from, who's still taking care of her. Like, as she's kind of like a motherly figure, right? And so she's driving over, and then she's driving past some convenience stores, and she realizes, oh my god, the dumpling. The dick is in my hand. So she's like, holy shit. She rolls down the window, throws it out the window, continues to drive to Jana's house. And once she gets there, she doesn't even call the cops. Jana calls the cops and they give the police the estimate of where the dick is. So the police want to know because Jan is explaining, okay, my employee just came over. She said that she cut off the dumpling. She threw the dumpling out the window. And so obviously the police are like, well, where's the dumpling? So they're like, well, I thought I saw it right outside of 7-Eleven. And apparently it took so many hours for the police to find this dumpling.
So they're like the dick hunter.
Oh my god.
He's a family-friendly channel, guys. So, yeah. The police are dick hunting, okay? They're on the hunt for the dick. So am I. Okay, I'm sorry. That's really gross. So they're on the hunt. He's rushed over to the hospital. The doctors are in shock because when you have something detached from your body, you need to immediately reattach it. Like, you need to have it with you. If your finger falls off, like, the number one thing is get yourself to a hospital, but bring your finger, you know, so they can attach it. You have more of a chance of your finger working again if you attach it immediately.
That's something I always like have trouble like
remembering.
Imagining.
Oh, you're like, oh, if my finger fell off, I feel like I'd forget it.
I'm like if something fall out, like, how do you put it back?
know, right?
No, like I would know. But like also, how do you put it back, right? Like that's such a weird thing to imagining. You know, it's not like a Lego. You just
like, how do you put it back and then it works? Like,
exactly.
I can imagine putting it back, but I can't imagine like how my finger works.
I guess your body really tried to repair itself. Anyways.
So, they find his D. Rush her to the hospital. Takes about 9.5 hours. In operation, they successfully reattached the D. But it's not over. The fight is not over. Because at this point, there's a criminal investigation going on, and the press is all over this. So everyone has a stance. Do you think John is bad? Do you think he deserved to get his D cut off? Do you think Lorena's this crazy jealous wife who really wasn't assaulted by her husband, but just was like, right? Because it's a little bit different. Like when you saw cases on the news of like men abusing their wives, usually they were murdered. Mm-hmm. Because if you're so scared of your life, you want to kill that person. Mm-hmm. Because some people think that just getting rid of the D is just going to make him angrier at you and put you more in danger. So it's like people were having, I'm not saying that's true. I don't know. I've never been in a situation where I felt scared of my own husband, you know? So it's like people are trying to psychologically understand what the hell is going on in Lorena's brain where she thought like this was appropriate. So everybody's freaking confused. Lorena's arrested. They have to go to trial. There's 2 different court cases going on. One is for the charges of rape against John. The other one is for like, I don't know, assault? I don't know. What's the law against chopping off someone's D? There's probably a law against that, okay? Somewhere along in the rule book, there's a law. And she's getting charged for that. The jury's confused.
Like murder? Maybe?
Attempted murder?
Yeah.
Really? You think it's murder?
You don't think you... Yeah.
That's murder, yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
You will bleed out very quickly. You don't think?
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a dumpling. Or do I? We go to trial. It didn't last too long because they immediately said that, okay, we don't think that John raped him. He was indicted. It wasn't said that he wasn't guilty. It wasn't said that he is guilty. He was just indicted. Like, the charges were pretty much dropped. And Lorena, she was proven to be not guilty of the crime on the basis that the jury believed that she had a lapse of insanity because she was so abused. And this was the one thing. The dumpling was the abuser. Does that make sense? I mean, obviously, John is the abuser, but the thing that was giving her the most pain mentally, physically, emotionally was the damn dumpling. And so, I mean, I don't think it was this big. So she decided, I'm just kidding, John, sorry. Please don't hate me, don't sue me. Allegedly, so she decided in a lapse of insanity that she had fear for her life and she had fear over what this did to her life. So she chopped it off. So she was deemed not guilty. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, life goes on. This is great. But this was one of the most talked about cases in the United States. So their lives could not proceed to be normal. They couldn't hold down jobs. They couldn't really do anything. I mean, both of them kind of had a hard time even before this happened, holding down jobs. But now after this happened, I mean, she was just known, like, in Urban Dictionary, if you look up, I think, like, Lorena's punishment, I think is the word, it's, like, talking about chopping off someone's dumpling. And there was copycat. Like, this went down, like, Fight Club's talking about it. Like, so many people. Eminem said her name in it, you know? Like, they just can't really function normally. They both changed their names. Now where they are is even weirder.
They're still around. Yeah,
so John Bobbit, he had a lot of medical fees because it is not cheap to reattach a dumpling and bring back the dumpling, you know? Like, he has a lot of medical fees and legal fees because he was being sued and he had to go to court for rape and all of that. So he has a lot of mounting fees. He decided first that he was going to try to start a band called the Severed Parts. So he's really banking off the fact that his was cut off, right? It's called Severed Parts. It failed. He really didn't make money. So then he decided, you know what would be interesting? To do porn.
No.
So his first porn special was called The John Wayne Bobbit Uncut. That was the name. That was the title. And he tried to make money off of that. He made a little bit of money, but not enough to pay his fees, not enough to keep the lights on. So he did another special. But this time he was like, maybe the uncut wasn't obvious enough. So they named it John Wayne Bobbit Frankenpenis.
His face expression.
I know. Frankenpenis. So he made a little bit of money off of that, but again, not a lot. So then he ended up moving to Las Vegas. He was arrested for hitting a former exotic dancer on assault charges, which makes me question. I feel like Lorena was right about him, you know, because before I read that, I was like, oh, it sounds like he said, she said, you know, even though I want to trust the woman because I feel like I relate more to a woman, but it sounds like he said, she said. But then when I realized that he was arrested for assault charges for smacking a former exotic dancer, I don't know. So he moved to Las Vegas. He's trying to be a bartender / limo driver. Like, he's trying all of these things. It's really hard for him to make ends meet. He was arrested 3 times after he got remarried to a woman in Las Vegas for hitting her.
My God.
So that's where he is, right?
Okay.
Lorena, there's not much about Lorena. She really tried to keep quiet. She changed back to her maiden name, but she was arrested in 2014, I believe, because she punched her mom in the face. I'm sorry. It's not
crazy.
funny. Yeah, it's not funny. And the worst part is, they were watching TV. I don't know why that was pertinent to the story, but every single article is just casually watching TV, and Lorena just punches her mom in the face. I'm sure they were having an argument, but it's just funny to imagine, like, you're watching The Bachelor, and like the Colton gives the rose to somebody else, and she's just like, bitch, and just punches her own mother in the face.
You know what it is?
What?
Like, all her crimes sounds like something that you would think about or every woman wanted to do.
Yeah, but never
like,
happens.
I'm gonna freaking chalk by his dick. I'm gonna punch my mom in the face.
Yeah.
Like, these things are people you can relate to.
Yeah.
You talk about it, but you never do it. Like, who really punch your mom in the face?
Never.
And who really just chops off the dick like
you can
that.
talk about this all day long, but,
Yeah.
but she did it.
She did it.
She took it to heart.
She went all out, boo. Like, she got arrested for that. Come to find out, I don't know if this is true, but allegedly, from the articles that I read, I couldn't find any, like, big sources that said this, so if you guys know a little bit more about this, but allegedly, Lorena said that every Valentine's Day, John Bobbit still sends her gifts.
That's so weird.
It's so weird. It's so confusing. Like, he wants to get back with her.
Honey, your gift is coming. It's on the way. We get the message now.
No.
She's literally just at that part
She just wants
herself.
it, yeah.
Whatever.
No, that's what I read. That he sends her gifts every Valentine's Day.
By the way, sorry, Dan is single, so woo!
Again.
But you have to pass by me. I have to approve. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we should start like an audition.
Oh, should we open
Please
up like a
don't.
Gmail?
Tinder?
No.
Oh.
Like a Gmail.
Coffee-
No, it's got to be very legal. Or not legal. I mean, not legal. It's got to be very, like, professional, you know? Like, I want to see your GPA. I want to see your headshots, you know? I want to see everything. Send me a video. This is The Bachelor. Oh my god.
Oh, we should start a
Bachelor.
reality TV show.
Yeah.
First season is gonna be Dan. The second season is gonna be one of the girls that didn't make it, and then we start a season around her and keep on going.
All right.
Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Holy shit, it's really funny.
Is it?
That's great.
That's great. Good idea, Stephanie.
You know they live in a mansion?
Yeah.
What should we do? The Bachelor?
They
Bachelorette?
rent out a mansion.
They rent out a mansion.
Well, I guess we could just do it here.
We have a garage. We have a third floor attic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
sister has a bathtub, which can be the pool. Because you need, like, the bikini scenes where it's, like, 12 girls in bikinis. Like, oh, you know,
And then
where's the
Daniel works and
Bachelor?
it's like, are you guys ready for me?
The date card goes to...
I'm not ready, guys.
I'm just saying, if you thought I was crazy, there are bitches out there who are crazier.
I'm
That's all I
blessed.
gotta say. And it's back in the news again because Lorena is getting like a docu-series, I think. I don't know what channel it's gonna be on yet. I don't know. Maybe it is in the news. But yeah, she's getting a docu-series to share her side of the story. Because a lot of the people don't, like, the press doesn't really love her. So she kind of was like slammed through the mud. Damn it, my sayings all day.
So
are
so
just...
with this case, nobody's really taking sides. Or
No,
it's
everybody's taking
conflicted.
sides. Yeah, it's so conflicted that it's no like, oh, majority of people are taking John's side. Because like people want to take Lorena's side, but then at the same time, like, you really did cut off his dick. You know? Like when I was watching, there's like a 2020 ABC on it. I was watching it upstairs with my sister, and my sister is on John's side. Not saying it's okay to do all these bad things, but just she feels like it would have made more
She went overboard.
Yeah, or no,
No.
she's saying logically from like what, like, and this is what the press is saying too. Logically, if you are very, very that terrified of somebody, like women will usually murder their abuser. That's why it went so viral, because why would you cut off that? I feel like that only makes the guy angrier.
But that also maybe for someone that's more satisfying. Like, I
but
want
that's
to
the thing.
punish you.
No, but that's not like what they're
That's
saying
not
is
okay.
punishment, like, it's only self-defense. The only reason she got off of it was because she said she was fearing for her life. But just for punishment, it's not okay. Because, like,
you can't just punish someone.
If you murder
that.
my cousin and I murder you, I can't be like, well, it was punishment, you know? Like, I'm still gonna be in jail for murder. So that's what they're like, people relate to her, but in the eyes of the law, was she guilty or not? So
makes sense.
I'm just saying, stay safe. So we're going to be taking contestants for the first season of Stephanie Soo's Bachelor franchise. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And also, I'm going to link all of his stuff in the description. So make sure to go check out Eating W Daniel on YouTube and Instagram. And I love you guys. Stop trying to say Dan. Stop trying to say Dan. I saw it coming.
Now that you keep saying it, like, I kind of like it.
You like it, right? Or Dan Noodle is cool too.
Suddenly we check his channel and it's like Eating with Dan. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Say bye to Daniel.
Bye.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.